Hey friends, happy Wellness Wednesday. You haven't heard from me in a couple of weeks because, well, things have been going a little weird for me with this new year. Usually at the beginning of the new year, I'm wide awake, ready to go, ready to start. But this year, I've noticed a very strange phenomenon. That is that I am having trouble committing to anything. Like, for example, deciding what my next video was going to be about took me a couple of weeks to figure out what the heck am I going to talk about? What am I doing? Why is this there? What if I do it wrong? I don't know what's going on with me. Another example is those of you who know me know I love to read. I'm a bookworm. Normally, I'm devouring books by the day. Would you believe that I'm recording this on January 25th and I have yet to complete a book? To finish reading one book, whether it be for fun, for work, for something I'm preparing, whatever. I have not. I have about 5 books that I'm in the middle of. One is a fun book, one is a mystery, one is on my Kindle, one is from the library, and one is for work, for something that I'm doing. No, 6, because I'm also reading a book for a class, an online class I'm taking for myself, just for fun. And I have not finished any of them. And I don't know what's going on with me. So I started reflecting on it over this weekend to see what is going on, because this is strange for me. And at the same time, I thought, okay, it's time for me finally to start another thing that I haven't done and committed to, using my planners. I've started one of my planners, which was my catch-all, the one that I list everything in so that I don't double book myself, which I still do anyway sometimes. But anyway, I have one planner at home that has my work stuff, my personal stuff, my parish stuff, everything is in it. That way I see everything at a glance when I'm looking at it. And then with that, I'm also been working really hard on my finances, keeping track of my automated bills and things like that. So that I've started. I bought a whole planner for social media, for Wellness Wednesday, for all of that, to do all of that work so I could do some planning ahead. Have not started using it yet. I bought another planner that I used really well last year, which was for deadlines. So I just had one calendar that all it has is just little reminders of this is due that day, this is due that day, you have to do this that day. Instead of putting that on my weekly, because I like to do my weeklies like on Sunday night or Monday morning, I do for the whole week. I don't plan those ahead. I do those at that moment because then it's fresher in my mind. But I had started last year using one planner just to put all my deadlines so that when I did do that, looking for the tasks that need to be done this week, I had a place to reference it. Plus, sometimes I get a deadline. Somebody will say, "Hey, can you write an article for this?" But I need it by this day, and things like that. So, have not started that one yet. It's still completely blank. So I realized one of the elements of my own self care that I need. Remember, I talked a lot about planning ahead and habits and trying to do things to relieve the stress of feeling like I'm behind on things and I'm not keeping up. And because that's an added stress for me. And so what I realized was that my word for the year, yes, I'm finally choosing my word for the year on January 25th, is got to be perseverance. It's got to be that going at it until I get something done, and not like forcefully, but these are things I want to get done. The books that I'm reading, I want to finish. The one that's sitting next to my bed right now, that I took to my room yesterday, thinking, okay, I can finish reading this one tonight so that I can go to the library today and return it and get another one that's on hold for me that I really want to read as well. I thought, okay, I'm going to take it to bed with me last night. And guess what? I didn't. Why? Because I let myself get distracted. I got distracted by answering emails. I got distracted by thinking about packing for my upcoming trip. I got distracted by TikTok, which has been a worse than Netflix for me lately. And I realized that I really need that perseverance. I really need to get that energy and that will to finish things that I start and continue them instead of just letting them drop because I get busy or I don't feel like doing it anymore. So this is my bullet journal that I carry with me now. Another one that I kind of started and didn't start and didn't. So I did my 2023 on it to start it off because it's an old journal that I used before and these pages are already written in. So this is my new section on 2023. Sorry if it's backwards for you. And then I put on the next page, I can find my page, I started reflecting on my word of the year, which is perseverance. So what I did was I put the word there, perseverance, and then I went online and looked for dictionary definitions of the word. So it says, first one says persisting in doing something, persistence, sorry, in doing something. that persistence is what I need. I keep starting things and not finishing them. And again, it's not things that I don't want to do. It's things that I just kind of like, oh, I get excited and then I let it go because something else exciting comes my way. I'm starting to get very much like that dog in, what is it, an up squirrel? I'm doing something and then, oh, that looks like fun too. Let me start that. And then I leave the other by the wayside. So it's that persistence in doing something. And I love the next part, despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. And for me, it's not so much the difficulty. Again, it's the delay. I'm letting myself get delayed. I'm letting myself push it aside and bring more stuff in before I finish the one that I'm working on. And I used to be able to do that and multitask. I used to be able to do that and then say, you know what, tonight I'm going to go home and I'm going to finish this. And I'd go home and I wouldn't let it distract me and I'd finish it. And lately, that just hasn't been the case. And then the last one says continued effort. Continued effort, not stopping and not letting myself just let it go by the wayside. The stickers that I put on here say the most important project you'll ever work on is you, to remind me that even though all these things that I want to do are important, the most important part is my self-care, is doing these adding too much stress to me. So maybe all these extra little things that I'm doing, workshops and things like that are not specifically part of my job that I do on my free time, maybe those are being too much for me right now because I'm not focusing on me. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe TikTok is not letting me focus on me and I just need to take it off my phone for a while and not use it, or Netflix, or whatever the case may be. So it's remembering that even though these projects are important, I can't let them get in the way of my own self-care. And then the last one says, last sticker that I have here says, it's a slow process, but quitting won't speed it up. And I like that one because we're so used to in our life today, the instant, Instacart and DoorDash and Uber and, going online and finding at midnight, anything you need is there. But anything that's worth doing, I always say, is worth taking the time to do well. And so I really need to persevere in these little things. Maybe sitting down and making a list of all these things, the books that I'm in the middle of, and the little tasks that I have started but never finished. I started putting away Christmas, and I still haven't finished that. I started cleaning out one of my closets, and I still haven't finished that. So writing on down all those unfinished things maybe is what I need to do, and then prioritize them. What are the ones that I want to do? One, because I need to do them, like my closet, because now my clothes are everywhere. Or number two, what are the ones that will help my own self-care? Like, let me pick the book that I really want to finish the most and just carry that with me and focus on it in my spare reading time, like right now at lunch when I'm recording this, to have it with me so that I can open it and just read it and enjoy it and take that time. And then maybe those things that I need to do, maybe because of work or because I've made a commitment that I don't want to back out of, or whatever reason, but to list them all and then start to prioritize and figure out what am I going to focus on first before I take on new things. Maybe that will help me in figuring that out. If you have any suggestions on how to stick to something, how to persevere in these goals that we set for ourselves and accomplish the things we want to accomplish for ourselves, again, not because we have to, but because we really want to, let me know. Comment, email, tell me. I want to know, because this is something that, again, I'm struggling with, and I'm hoping I can find some answers for. And I'm hoping if you're struggling with something similar, that you can help and we can share this journey. If not, if there's something different that you want to work on, it's not too late to choose a word of the year. And what you do with the word of the year is write it someplace where you're going to have it with you. And then whenever, for example, I see a podcast or a book or something that's going to connect to this word of the year, then I go ahead and use that and take that in and add it to my arsenal of how to continue to live this. Some people will choose something different for their year. I know one person I was looking online yesterday, and for her planner, she put in her book, her word of the year is harmony. She's really seeking to find harmony in her life and that balance between friends and family and personal things and work and household and all these different things. Other people might use the word balance, or might use the word peace. Maybe this year that's all you want to find is your peace in your heart. Whatever it is, find a word of the year that's really going to help you put some focus and put some excitement into what you do. And then my plan is to go back each month. So my plan is to put this word and something similar. This is the one I carry with me. Put it in my catch-all planner that I'm planning to use all year. And then maybe every month, put a little box for that month or in the following pages and do a little reflection on how did I do this month in persevering and the things I wanted to do. How did I do this month on finding peace or harmony or whatever your word is? And it doesn't have to be a long journal entry, but maybe just a few words. And then at the end of the year, looking back and seeing how you did with that reflection and if that word of the year was something that helped you. So just an idea of something to do. You're the only one that knows what word is going to help you most. So do some reflection and pick it and have it for February and be ready to go. I hope that helps a little bit. I won't be seeing you for a couple of weeks. I am going on vacation, so pray for me. Pray for travel mercies, and hopefully when I come back, I'll have something fun for you. Maybe I'll record one while I'm gone and share that with you when I come back. But in any case, until I see you again, take good care of yourself.